Well, guys, we got it done this week at the St. Lawrence River. It's been a long time coming. I've been fishing this river since I've been 20 years old, and I've won a lot of tournaments on this lake and this river, but I've never won an Elite Series tournament. So I'm, I'm ecstatic. I definitely wasn't expecting the win at the end of the day. I was super disappointed. Thought I only had maybe 22 pounds, and I figured I was going to be half a pound short. And I was as shocked as anybody when it said 24.11 on the scales. I was blown away. Day one, it was beautiful weather. It's a long run out to where I'm fishing, and the weather was right. Got to run out there, made it there in an hour and 49 minutes the first day, and had quite a bit of time to fish, but I had trouble getting them to bite, and the only thing that I could get them to bite on was this right here, and that was the program for days 1 and 2. That's what I caught every single fish on. And after day 1, they got even harder to catch. Day 2, I had to throw this out there and let it sit, not move it at all. If you dragged it even an inch, they wouldn't bite it. Basically, you're sitting there with slack line, and sometimes for 20-30 seconds, and then one of them usually picks it up. And that was the other key, is finding a group of them. When there's more than one, they get aggressive, and you can usually catch one out of that group. Day 3, I had to switch things up. I couldn't get them to bite a drop shot at all. Couldn't get them to bite anything on the bottom. So I switched it up. I had some strobe minnows. They're prototype bait from 6 Sense. And I had about 10 of them from a photo shoot we did a couple weeks ago. And that's what I was catching them on. And I was gluing them back together. At night I'd throw them all in the bottom of the boat, glue them back together, and using a 1/4 ounce head, and getting a lot of those fish to bite. And day 4 was the exact same thing. Couldn't get a bite on a drop shot, had to switch it up and get a bait above them, and that's what worked for me. I ran this Ranger Mercury a long way every single day. The last 2 days it took me 2 hours and 15 minutes before I made a cast, and 2 hours and 15 minutes back. So fishing time is short. You don't have a lot of room for mistakes. You got to make the right decisions. You got to land on them, and we got it done this week.